Okay, we're going to talk through the men's physique class for the Wnbf UK, and in specific the criteria and the posing. And today I have Danny with me, who is going to be displaying the men's physique poses for the round 1 of this class, which is fitness and balance. So to begin with, in the men's physique class, we're looking for a good, tight, fit, muscular and toned physique, displaying a nice aesthetic and a good balance overall. We're specifically looking at a relatively wide shoulder to waist ratio being nice and tight in the waist with a nice V taper to really show off those cap shoulders and back. And we will be looking at the details specifically in the midsection and making sure that the upper body is well defined and conditioned overall. So in the first round, we have 4 key poses. And today I'm going to get Danny to display them one by one and take you through the posing. So would you like to come into the front pose for me, please, Danny? Fantastic. So you'll see here that Danny has naturally come into the pose. We'll start with the legs. You'll see that he has extended one leg out to the side. However, we want to make sure this is in line, not in front and not behind. You're going to lift up into the body to show good detail in the upper body. We want to see the abs on show, we want to see nice lat development, good cap delts, and then one arm is going to be slightly off the body with the hand naturally curved into the body, whilst the other hand will be neatly on the waist in a nice casual position. However, we want to hold detail in the upper body throughout this pose. Quarter turn to the right. Fantastic. So in the side pose, there's a few key details that we want you to make sure that you're thinking about. Your hips will be facing the side that you're facing, whilst the upper body will be rotated around to the front, and your head will also be facing the judges. Both shoulders need to be on show to the judges, and we want to make sure that one of these arms is on the hip. We want to make sure that that arm is actually the arm closest to the judges, whilst the back arm is lightly hanging in front of the body, displaying nice detail into the arm. The only change in this position here is the leg. You can have the back leg behind you, slightly bent, showing calf development, or you can have the front leg extended to the back in the same pose with good calf development also. This is entirely up to the discretion of the athlete. Both variations are allowed. Quarter turn to the right. Excellent. So we are now into the back pose. This is a very important pose in this class. Again, like we did in the front pose, you are allowed to extend one arm out to the side and one leg out to the side. You'll see that Danny here has raised up onto the heel. You can have your heel slightly off the floor. He's emphasizing his V taper by leaning back slightly so the judges can see that big span into a nice neat waist. We're looking for good cap on the back of the delts, and we're looking then at the relaxed arm and one arm on the hip. You can have both hands off momentarily, but you must then put one hand on the hip in the back pose. All right, quarter turn to the right. Excellent. And as you can see, Danny is emulating the same pose he did to the first quarter turn. So hips are facing the side of the stage whilst he rotates his upper body round to the front. We're looking for both delts from the front in this side pose, and we're looking for a nice detail in the arms whilst we have a relaxed hand, good tight ab development, and again one hand on the hip. In this position on this side, you can also decide which leg you want to extend to the rear. Quarter turn to the front. Excellent, and we return back to the front pose, holding good detail in the abs and finishing facing straight on to the judges. I want to just note about the transitions. You'll see that Danny has displayed his own transitions today. This is at the discretion of the athlete. We welcome a nice fluid set of poses as long as they are not over-exaggerated and they're kept neat and that you manage to get into the poses as quickly as you can. So please bear that in mind when you're considering your transitions. And for all of you who are coming to join us for the men's physique class, you can find the whole breakdown of the criteria on the Wnbf website. This is a nice demonstration, but please do read that thoroughly to make sure you understand what's required in the class. And we'll look forward to welcoming all of you who wish to take part on the men's physique stage at the Wnbf UK.